Hi everyone, welcome back to the social media derby. We got a lot to chat about this week. Obviously, Mo Salah, Paul Scholes' comments about Ruben Amorim. Arsenal took a rare L in the league, bounced back in the Champions League. Chelsea are in complete disarray and Reece is not here again. But before we get into the episode, for those watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below. For those listening on the audio podcasting platforms, please follow, give us a 5-star review. And of course, the views expressed in the podcast are just entertainment purposes, all jokes, nothing too deep. So yeah, bear that in mind. How are you lads doing? Khem's back in the building, 2 Arsenal lads. Nash has left me on my Jack Jones again. How are you guys doing?
All good. Same old.
Same old here, mate.
Surviving, thriving, top of 2 tables. I don't really know what else to say.
Been a crazy week, man. I can't remember. I think a week like this where you've had like so much off the pitch stuff going on. But we'll get into the Liverpool stuff in a minute, Khem, because I don't think we've even chatted. You've been absolutely ghost in the group chat since the Mo Salah stuff came out, so I want to get your opinion on it. But let's get the United game out of the way. Sorry, only 1 game a week, so we might as well clear that one up. 4-1, mate. We absolutely battered Wolves. But one thing I will say, Wolves are flipping rubbish. I was so close to swearing then, but they are so bad. So. I mean, we let them score, which I said last week. John T was like, "No chance they're even going to score." But I was like, "Don't worry, let United rock up, and they'll definitely score." And sure enough, they equalised in the end of the first half. But even that first half, I think we battered them. We had so many chances, half chances, were just completely wasteful. And then in the second half, we just put them to the sword. To be honest, I'm mad we didn't run up the scoreboard and get like 5 or 6 because we had still even more chances to score. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, 2 goals, 1 assist. Mason Mount even played pretty well again. He's picking up some form. And Buemo scored again. But we were saying in the group chat, man, Cunha, that guy wanted a goal so badly. He was trying everything to try and get a goal. And he comes away with an assist, but it's one of the stinkiest assists you'll ever see. That first goal, that is one of the worst passes I've ever seen. He absolutely cocked that up. He's so lucky that Bruno somehow managed to shovel that in the goal. And the Wolves keeper is diabolical. So, yeah, but we get a win. So that's my take on the game. What did you, man? Obviously, it was Monday night. We're on Monday night, basically. We're Monday Night FC right now, to be honest. We're playing every Monday. What did you guys make of it? Io, first off, what did you make of it, bro? Did you watch it live?
No, I didn't watch it live, but yeah, I saw the goals, and yeah, that first goal might be one of the worst things I've witnessed in my entire life. That was honestly up there.
Come on, we've seen some Gyökeres goals worse than that.
Nah. Put some respect. At least that is the most everything as you said.
Gyökeres goals.
Shut up, man.
True that.
The pass was terrible. The finish was just it was just like trying to make magic out of nothing, and then the keeper, how he's not saved that. But yeah, if you guys aren't beating Wolves the way they currently are, then I say that now, and I say, but if we get a 1-0 win over them this weekend, I'm going to be spewing. So, Wolves in their current form are not a Premier League team. So, yeah, I think it's a good confidence booster for you guys. But, Mount looked good from what I did see. Like, that run he made was a great run and great finish. So, credit where it's due. But, yeah, I guess you just got to kind of judge it with taking a pinch of salt, I guess, because it is Wolves. But again, I could be regretting these comments if we come out like looking pretty lackluster against them, which I doubt is going to happen. But anything can happen with the Arsenal. But yeah, good result for United for sure.
I think there's 1% chance of that, mate. I think there's if there ever was like a certainty that a result's going to happen, Arsenal at home to Wolves is right up there. I'm obviously reverse judging it right now, but at the same time, I can't even believe that's going to be strong enough. Like the way Wolves were. 2 points, guys. They haven't won a game in the league so far. We are, I know it's 15, 16 games that we've played. It's still before the halfway mark, but I don't know if we've ever seen a team as bad as this. Like, I lived to see that Derby team. You guys as well. We all did. Like, they were really bad, but I swear down, they had more points than 2 at this point. This is like Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame stuff from Wolves. They're so bad. But Razor, let's get into. Did you see these Paul Scholes comments about Amram? Because he went in, man. I think he's the first ex-United player / pundit now that's come out and fully said he doesn't think he's the right man. Like a few other people, Gnev and some others have said, like, you know, roundabout stuff. But Paul Scholes, typical, he's just gone straight for it, said Amram doesn't understand the club. They don't play football the right way, and he's not the right man. What do you make of those comments?
Paul Scholes really doesn't do subtlety or nuance, does he? He's just like, yeah, nah, don't fancy it. And that's very much his bag, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's interesting because I think outside of Neville, it's usually the Chatteens are usually the purview of a different red club in the north of England, you know what I mean? From the ex like players and whatnot. But I do feel like it's one of them ones where he's saying something like players don't stop being fans of a club just because they play for the club, and they don't stop being fans of a club just because they've achieved great things at a club. Do you know what I mean? And I liken it sometimes to some of the criticism made by like former Liverpool players, excluding Carragher, some of the stuff that Henry said about Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're saying it from a position of a fan, but also a fan who's done it. And it's like, I don't know, if you or Nash or some random bod from the internet says that man doesn't understand United, you're kind of like, oh, well, okay. You know what I mean? Paul Scholes says it, like, it's pretty damning. But, you know, does it move the needle? Does his voice, is his complaint any worse than yours in the grand scheme of will that change anything? I don't know. I feel like you guys are just like getting yourselves worked up because you've been told that he's not going anywhere. So every couple of weeks you just find a new thing to be mad about.
Yeah, I do agree, and even I mean, but this win, it's a win, but it's like a 3/4 win because Wolves are so damn bad. They're like so terrible that was definitely Wolves giving it to us on a plate, and then once we scored the like second or third goal, we actually started to play decent. Then we needed them to just serve themselves up for us to actually start building confidence. So I'm not going to get giddy over that result, but I do hear you. Like there's with this Scholes thing, I don't think he's wrong though. From a United point of view, a fan point of view, I will agree that this is not what man like fell in love with when I was a kid in terms of the style of football. I'll put it this way, right? I'm not going to fall in love with a back three and this style of football. Most United fans,
though, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I mean, probably, but like if you have that context, then it's hard to shift a fan base and I guess ex-players' perception when you've had like, I don't know, what was it, 27 years or 26 years of Fergie playing with a kind of philosophy that you kind of brought up on. I won't go as far back as Busby and all them, man, that Khem likes to talk about, but that there was like some form of culture or like ethos of the club, which I guess this whole Kobbie Mainoo thing and not bringing on Shea Lacey, which I don't understand why people are getting so worked up about, seems to go against that. And I think that's more of what the ex-players and a lot of the fans are. I mean, the fans are probably half results and half style, but it is worrying. It is definitely worrying. But yeah, we've got too many pundits out there that just have podcasts and have different forms of content sharing their views, and most of our pundits anyway don't, they're not Keown, let's put it that way. They're not going to like go and pom. I know Gnev did a lot more, but now he's kind of harsher on United. Most of them are pretty critical. Roy Keane's extremely critical. Scholes, but on this podcast are pretty critical. So it's tough to be a United manager when you've got all of that going on in the media, I guess. But at the same time, the blueprint's out there. If he played with the youngsters, which he did at Sporting, and if he played with a bit more excitement, then I feel like we would be quite similar to Liverpool in the way that with Klopp, we would get giddy if we just saw a little bit of something that made us excited. And with Amorim, there's not been much, so I hear it. But all right, let's get United out of the way because I'm tired of talking about us now, even myself. Let's get into the Liverpool stuff then, guys. So I don't know how you scammed that 1-0 win at Inter, but you did. Well done, Khem. That was actually critical for your Champions League, wasn't it, as well, in terms of getting points. So I think they haven't won in like 2 years or something, I read, or something like that at home. So that's a crazy result. The Leeds match was absolutely bonkers. 2-0 up, 3-2 up, and then my boy Tanaka scores in the final seconds to make it 3-3. Ken, we'll go to you, mate, because we haven't really got your opinion on United. That was on purpose. What did you make of those games before we get into the Salah situation? Do you see any signs of life?
Yeah, I was actually waiting to speak on your team, so you're a thug. I'm going to go over that real quick. There's nothing much to say. Wolves are a bye week. So, yeah. But they will have 5 points by the end of December 27th when they come to Anfield. And thankfully, I won't be about to see that. But, okay, with this dog shit team, where do I start? Leeds game. Slot is still the manager. Okay, yeah, somehow he is still the manager. Can you blame Mo Salah for? Okay, I'll start with the game. Nothing much going on. Pretty dead, cagey first half, as most of our first halves seem to be. Go 2-0 up. Courtesy of a mistake by Leeds, to be fair, but well done for Hugo. He pounced on it. Good finish, and then the second goal. Early cross into the box is exactly what our type of strikers need, which is what Bradley delivered. Hugo was straight onto it. No duking around, cutting inside, pissing about like certain people do. So that's what works. And then they just capitulated like they do in most matches. Ibrahim Konate, stinker, wasn't hooked. Gave away a dumb pen and then out of position all over the place for Leeds' next goal. And I'm at a point where when we let in a goal, I don't really mind because it could lead to something greater than the match. So it's like, maybe Leeds can do me a favor then long term. Like I'll have to hold smoke for a bit, but that means like someone else with a full head of hair could come on in. So I'll take it. And then our best player of the season, Dom Szoboszlai, puts us ahead again. So it's like, all right, well, I suppose we'll go above United in the table. Then at least I can have that. Probably maybe 4th or 5th. And then your cousin pops up and buries it anyway. So it's just like the Sunderland game. It's the worst situation because we fucking draw. Like it's just literally as you were. It's the thing. It's like, can we just either win and build some momentum and like have something for this new iteration of the team, or lose and then we can swap the guy out. And it's just we don't get either of it. So it just sucks, man. It's just trash. The Inter game was boring, but I've said it in the group. I know I've said it like a month or two ago. The diamond finally came out. That's the only formation I can see with the new players they brought in this summer. That makes somewhat like some kind of sense. I think that's the only way you can get most of your best players or the new players into the team. And he finally done it. But he's still done it in a dumb way anyway. He started McAllister as the 10. I think Wirtz had a slight knock. That's why he wasn't given the full game. He did come on, and that's when we were a little bit better in Milan. But they took ages for the VAR for Konate's goal. But I think it bounced off one of our players' arm. Fair enough. And then it was the weird one with the penalty was like Slot was right when he said that it probably wouldn't be given in the Prem, which says a lot about RFs. So we would look at it as soft because it's not really given in our league, but it is a foul. So it's like, which I don't know how we look at it. Like, obviously, I'll take it. We got the win. We need to stay in the Champions League, so that's really important. So when our new manager can come in, he still can be on that stage. But yeah, look, I'll take it because it was a foul. Like, we need to actually we should stop calling that soft and actually start crying for that more. Like, when your shirt is pulled, if that's like, on the halfway line, we know that's a foul and maybe a booking. We usually call it a professional foul, but for some reason the penalty has to be like, no, it has to be an RKO to definitely be attitude adjustment to be classed as a penalty, whatever. But yeah, so it was cool to see the strikers start together. And then obviously they then combine with Wirtz, and that's the only way I can see something happening with this team. He needs to stick with that formation, because in terms of player profiles, the width then could be the fullbacks, and especially the new ones you got who are quite pacey, like a Kirkes and a Frimpong. They obviously didn't feature in Milan because Robbo played and the other one's injured, but that would suit the team because they can bomb up and down the pitch, force Grav to actually sit and stay where he is. And Szoboszlai Jones have the legs to run around and cover and win the second balls as well, things like that. But in terms of the team, we're still easy to play through. Like, the press is weak up front, so it doesn't really change anything. We're quite lucky that Thuram made some dumb decisions. Otherwise, we may have conceded some chances. So we'll probably see that against Brighton anyway. So there's still a lot of flaws in the overall system, which are there. You're right, Inter haven't lost in ages at home, but we actually have a really good record in Milan for some reason. It's great, but I'm not gonna like celebrate too hard over it, because I saw us win in that same stadium with Nat Phillips doing Cruyff turns and shit. So I'm fine. Like, it's good though. We need to stay in it, because the next game is Marseille away, which could be tricky. On to Mo Salah's outburst. Well, I understand his point. Like, he probably exaggerated a few bits and was wilding, but like, he has been made a scapegoat for our season. Like, it's always drop Salah and then the team will be fine. We've dropped Salah and the team hasn't been fine. So, if you were to hear that about yourself, you'd expect to be proven right. Yeah, if you're dropped and they start winning 3-0, can't say anything. We start battering teams, dominating the game, clean sheets. I'd be like, yeah, cool, but we're not attacking well, and we're definitely not defending well. Still conceding set pieces and falling apart when you concede one goal and giving other teams momentum. So I can understand where he's pissed off, because you don't spend 100 million twice and give a man a contract extension in his 30s to build the team around your Dutch son, or certainly the attack, your child out of wedlock. He must be. I don't know how they're related, but they are. And that's where we're at. So I understand why he's pissed off. Like, other people have been shit, apart from Szoboszlai, which is crazy because you guys hated him for ages. So that says a lot. I personally am happy to see that he can showcase how good he is and his talent, but that also shows he shouldn't be our best player. That's for sure. I'm glad he's having a good year. He'll probably get an extension, but Dom Szoboszlai should not be our best player. He shouldn't even be our 5th best player, especially with the current team that we have. So that says a lot about it all. So I don't know if Salah will stay or leave. I think he's in the squad today. I don't think he will go to Saudi because they have a budget. So the PIF teams, anyway, they have a budget for the year. And unless one of them gets, like, they'd need to use their own funds or private funds, like who bought Neymar? Was it Hilal? One of them guys, they have to do that to be able to bring in Salah. So I feel like it would be more likely in the summer if he was to depart. And that kind of made sense when he signed his deal anyway. So I think that would be the case. What I'm pissed off with, like with Slot, is, you can still utilize your players and rotate them around and just try a different formation. Like, Salah has played as a second striker /10 before we signed him when he was at Roma behind Dzeko. He's still very creative. He's won the assist trophy in the Prem twice. Like, he is still creative. He's still a marksman. He's just not the flying winger that we're used to, really. And he wasn't so much last year. He was more cutting inside, wasn't he? And people were covering and giving him like dummy runs and decoys and stuff. So you could change the system. You could play a front two and he could be the other guy. You could rotate him with Wirtz in the camp. You could try different things where you're still getting your players in and out of the team. And I can see why he feels disrespected, because he was on the bench and didn't come on against West Ham. And then Sunderland he came on at halftime. And then Leeds he didn't come on. But he wasn't even sent to warm up. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is mad disrespectful. Like, the coach didn't even send you to warm up. Can you understand? You can understand why the guy is vexed, yeah. But idiots on CBS or Sky, whatever stripper channel he's on, they're not going to realize that. But you know my opinion. I'm not even going to mention his name because I don't care for him. Like, I think he's an idiot. So he spits at kids anyway. So that's that. But like,
Your pal Jamie.
I think they'll. Well, it's the African Nations Cup's coming up anyway, so he's not going to be around for the next few weeks, depending on how Egypt do. So they'll go away, do that, and then they'll come back and see what they need to do. But they need to figure out. He needs to have a formation and stick to it. Stop changing things mid-game. Stop changing things from game to game, and just go with something and carry that on. Like, we don't press well. We don't win the second balls. They barely win their duels. He still goes on about long balls and stuff, but that was what we wanted in the Klopp era. We wanted teams to go long against us, but what worked was it would be a crappy pass because the press was so strong that any way of getting the ball out from their danger zone from other teams was usually out of control. It wasn't their ideal play. So like, we had guys at the back who were very strong in the air and able to deal with that, and we had midfielders who actually cared about winning the second ball. Our press is crap right now, so it's easy for teams to navigate their way through the team. Like, I just think I'm really glad City beat Madrid, and I hope Alaves can do something as well, just to free Xabi. So I've got my eye on La Liga quite a bit, it's not nice hearing Bellingham say. It's not nice hearing Bellingham say like the players are behind him and stuff. I need some more leaks of like discontent. I need Vinny to be Vinny, get his perm back or whatever, James Brown, and be an idiot. So like, that would be great, a Christmas present if he could get sacked, and then that's something, because that was obviously Richard Hughes' first choice. So yeah, we'll just have to wait on that one. But all in all, I don't look forward to when Liverpool play. I don't care what the manager says. Yesterday he was moaning about playing 3 games in a week. I mean, all managers do it, but it's like, is this a shock to you, dude? Like, the calendar was announced a long time ago. And he also referenced being glad he tanked the cup or something like that. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, apart from Man United, every team's playing 3 games a week anyway, yeah? What on earth are you bitching and moaning about? Like, just shut up. Like, and then he's moaning about the amount of like outfield players he has available. But you said you wanted a small squad, and also you don't trust most of the guys anyway. Most of the squad, you don't even give them a chance anyway, you dickhead. So what the fuck are you on about when you're talking about I've only got 13 outfield players, bro? You only use the same 11 most of the time anyway. And certainly your illegitimate son is definitely a guaranteed player. Now he's apparently injured.
Allegedly,
you have spiraled for about 10 minutes.
So it's just I don't want this. I don't want this coach because he's
I had a point like 7 minutes ago about
he spiraled.
He should have let me speak about Man United so I could get like any rage out there. Or any wild statements.
This isn't a podcast. This is a monologue, man.
Well,
piece the camera.
Like I said in the group, because I'm gonna say my piece and then I'm done with Liverpool. I don't want anyone to ask me questions. God. Like I said in the chat after Leeds game.
That's not how podcasts work.
I'm not active.
We've got to talk.
I'm not active until he's out. Okay, that is it. All right. I'm just here to shout out this guy on his final day, okay? All right.
And your cap as well.
That's it. Shout out Cena, shout out Mo. Ayo can have his moment. Go on now.
It's not even a moment. I just think you should let us like retort a bit. Let's have a conversation with you.
I think about 15 points. I crashed. I probably crashed somewhere.
You did crash.
Probably.
Somewhere in there I crashed.
You said no, it's not that you didn't somewhat. It was the most obvious crash I've ever seen. I was watching the time and I was like, there's gonna be a time where he pauses for a response and it just never came. It just never came. Yeah, literally just like let us interject. You made some good points, which I would love to had a say in, because I appreciate the Salah point that you support him. But then I couldn't even get a point to be like, oh yeah, like that's such a good point, Kem. Like let's talk to you, Kem. It's therapy as well if you need to. Like we can help each other here, mate. We've all been through this. We've been through the ringer. All of us have.
But then let's just gauge it then. So by that, you agree with the Mo Salah point that he's valid in coming out and speaking about some of the things he said, or what do you agree on?
I think Omri was correct in the thing that I didn't like the part where he said like he's earned his spot, because I feel like you have to obviously update your resume like you do. Obviously, everyone's droppable. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past, and like you can't just say that all the stuff you've done in the past means that you're basically like untouchable. So I think it was wrong to say that, but then I also do agree with the part he basically has been a scapegoat, because it's not. It is always like Salah this, Salah that. Like that's, as Kem said, if we drop Salah, we're gonna get better. If we need to drop Salah, he has to be the one that gets dropped. So, and then Carragher's obviously with his statements as well, saying that like he's just being on such a vendetta against him, saying like he doesn't defend, he doesn't do this, which obviously cool, he doesn't do that stuff, but what he does bring to the team has been, like irreplaceable. So you can't just completely try to act like he's a net negative to what Liverpool do. So I think, I get why Salah's frustrated. I get his anger. I don't think it's right for him to say that he's done too much to kind of be dropped like you do that. So I think that was a bit of a maybe said in the heat of the moment. But no, I definitely back Salah more than I back Slot. And I think obviously Slot's not proven to be that much of a a good manager. But well, right now it doesn't seem like he actually knows what he's kind of doing, and the ideas are seeming to be pretty dry. So I definitely think Salah's in the right. But like you said, he's getting away for AFCON now. Maybe when the dust settles, if he does come back after January, you'll see if there's any kind of reconciliation. But I'm not saying I'm mad at seeing the demise, because it's good. I think it's good content. It's good to see Liverpool fans suffer. Seeing a Khem crash out does bring a bit of joy to me on a Saturday morning. So like, there's little things you got to be happy for in the world, and that's type of the things I like to see. So I appreciate Salah, Carragher, and Slot doing this to our Khem over there.
All right, so we've got two for Salah, 0 for Slot. Razor, what's your take on this?
I can't believe we let this motherfucker yell at us for 12 and a half minutes, man. I felt like a hostage. I felt like I was in an abusive.
We had no choice in that, bro. We had no choice in that.
Crazy, man. Flipping hell. Do you know what it did do though? It inspired me to go on the Arsenal ticket exchange and buy a ticket to Wolves to watch us beat Wolves tonight. Inshallah, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yeah, man, football brings me joy. We actually lost last week, and I'm not distressed. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. Mo Salah has done incredible things for Liverpool. So I saw someone on Twitter say like, oh yeah, Salah changed your life, you dusty prick. How dare you chat bad to him? And that's my opinion. That's actually my overall entire opinion. How dare you chat mad to Salah? He changed your life, you dusty pricks. Furthermore, let's be real. They wouldn't be doing this if Salah was English. If Salah was a little bit Italiano, you know what I mean? If he was like one of them Spanish maestro type players, for me personally, it aligns, especially when you look at certain things that people like Carragher and that have said about like AFCON and African countries before. We know about like the whole thing with Kante and that, like the docile, humble African player. They don't like someone like Salah talking his shit, but if he can't, who can? If Mo Salah can't talk like that, bro, this ain't the NBA. You can't. Man's not Chris Paul getting sent home halfway through a road like trip. Like, no, this is football, bro. Like, you're meant to respect your club legends. Like, this is not what we do. Like, it's actually disgraceful. And we said a lot of things. I've said many times on the pod about Slot, like, oh yeah, like winning the Prem should get you leeway. Shouldn't get you that much leeway. See the day Mikel Arteta comes out and starts being like Thierry Henry, this, that, and the third. Mad. You see the day Thierry Henry starts being like Bukayo Saka needs to and it stops being constructive and it starts feeling like harmful, whole fan base is turning on, man. Because That's not what that like. Do you know what I mean? That's not how it's meant to work, innit? Cool. And the point is there. You scapegoated him. You dropped him. Are you winning? Have you started winning games? You're not winning games. Oh, which games are you losing, by the way, or struggling to win? Leeds. Bro, wrap it up. Put the fries on the bag, man. How dare you? No, it's mad. It's crazy that I feel this passionately about it. I don't even like Liverpool. I don't care. I like watching them be in tatters and disarray. But the disrespect is mental. Put man on the bench, acted like it was his problem. Bro, the team ran around him. You won the league with the team running around him. Now it's my problem that shit's broke. Allow it, man. Yeah.
All right. So
I think
you got
I think
three
they've
salads then, yeah.
I think they've picked as an organization. I think they're gonna back the manager over Salah. I think that's reductive way of looking at it in the sense that it's like he's reached a point in his career. He's on a certain bill. They're trying to bring in a new era in the changing room, this, that, and the third. So I don't think they're necessarily gonna back Slot over Salah. But yeah, like some of the stuff I'm seeing and some of the way that people are talking about him, mad, crazy. Like I said, dusty pricks forgot. Shameful.
I agree, bro. So we got three salads. You know what, man? I agree with you as well, Razor, because it has been this whole conversation's become Slot versus Salah, where actually I don't even think it's Slot versus Salah. I think it's the club, like the leadership group of Edwards, Hughes, and Slot versus Salah. Like, I honestly think they are looking at the situation now and thinking, we've given this guy 400 bags. It made sense when he was scoring goals, and he's just not scoring goals anymore. What if this is the decline? We've got to try and flog him. And I think they've made that decision. And now the steps that they've taken with dropping him is to try and push him out the door. And he's gone, you know what? How dare you guys do that to me? I'm your greatest ever player. You have some respect. And that's what's caused him to go out. I don't even think, you said like heat of the moment. I don't even think he was vexed in that interview. I think he thought about it. He just carried it out, and it was exactly how he wanted to. I don't think anything he said was like fueled by anger in that moment. I think he knew exactly what he was saying, and he went, you know what, you guys take a bit of this because you're trying to get rid of me. And it's completely unfair if you think about it. Like, from the club standpoint, I do think you got to respect the club, and legends are like, the club is bigger than the players in my mind. Even the legends, they enhance a club. But in this case, Salah hasn't been the worst player. He's not been good, and he's not scored goals. But like you man have all said, you conceded 3 goals to Leeds. You conceded bare goals to lots of players. Like, defense has clearly been like, I know Khem lost his mind about the Van Dijk question last week, but there are more valid questions about the defense. Konate, obviously, number one, has been diabolical, but Van Dijk's not covered himself in glory either. Surely, like, if you're just going off performance and merit, those guys I would have dropped before Salah. Like, it doesn't. There's loads of other players. McAllister's been diabolical. Other people that have been shocking, I would have dropped before Salah. So there are elements of this scapegoat thing which I think are true. And I think there are loads of things going on in the background which probably have made Mo feel like these men are taking a piss. The dusty pricks thing is valid, right? Like, he is statistically probably their greatest player ever in terms of driving, winning championships and titles and stuff. Like, factually, in the modern era, he is as well. So the way that Carragher and all these other guys are, by the way, you guys mentioned AFCON. Carragher's got some brass knuckles on him to even talk about AFCON the way he was chatting about it before. Now suddenly he's saying Egypt are the greatest ever AFCON team, and he hasn't won anything for them, and bring AFCON into the conversation. That boy doesn't need to talk about AFCON anymore going forward. He's got some... he should not be using that. He should not be using that for his... Yeah, like, his rant was almost as long as Khem's on Monday Night Football. Like, it was crazy.
Shouldn't even mention that rat's name, man. Don't even like him. He got retired by Martin Skirtle and Daniel Agger. Shut the fuck up, man. Don't even speak, Carragher. But
all right. Let's not start another rant.
sorry.
As much as I love it, I love
It's
it.
just like. But I said this a few weeks ago when Johns hosted one. I think you ducked a United loss. This is like Brendan. Slot is Brendan. No one realizes it. It's just sentiment because he won the league. Okay, Suarez played out of his freaking mind that season, but Gerrard lost his balance. Whereas this year, like, we got it done because certain men obviously couldn't keep up. But like, Salah was the 13-14 Suarez for Slot last year. Then we signed a ton of players, did the same thing that year, but it was a bunch of like rubbish people. Like, we brought in average guys, Mankilo,
These ones look rubbish. So
Lambert, Barini, all these odd players, Lallana at the time, they didn't make any. They weren't actually good, and we wasted a lot of money on that. These ones were players that are in demand. Well, at the moment, he's looking very
he's looking
odd.
Barini-ish.
But all of you wanted Isak in your team in the summer, so let's not switch it up now. But
No.
he has been Prem proven. You can say what you like about Wirtz. Obviously, the Bundesliga doesn't always translate to the Prem,
Stinks.
but he has been very good over there, Player of the Year twice, and did win the league unbeaten. That doesn't mean anything. That might not matter in the Prem, but I'm saying that there were good players that were signed, and the manager's not putting it together. That's his job. So yeah, you could say Edwards Hughes wanted to get some of that money back from his salary, etc. But it's his job as the coach to harness the talent that he's been given and make it work. And he's a poor man manager. You can look at the situation with Kwanzaa, Harvey Elliott, Chiesa, all these players. Yeah, it's true though, but he's not a good man. He's actually not a good man manager, and he doesn't trust half his squad anyway. So what can you do? It's him. But they're picking a side because they hired him. They have to. Sadly.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy stuff. I think so quickly, let's go around the pod real quick before we move on to the Arsenal segment. We'll start with not you, Khem, because I'm worried about a rant with you every time you speak. Razor, do you think Salah's Liverpool career is over? Yes or no?
It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. I think just because it's like the ego off, and it's like if they're back in Slot, you can't keep Salah there after some of the things that he said. I personally think they should give Slot the boot, but I'm probably too emotional, and I'm not paying him 400 racks a week to cuss me out in the media. Apples, oranges.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I was that owner, someone came out cussing me and I'm paying him 400 bags a week, I would lose my head. I'll be kettled. All right, so you think, but
I managed a team where people are above minimum wage, and I'd still fire you for cussing me. What do you mean? Like, it's not my fault. Like, shit, man. Score some goals. But yeah, no.
But you think no? Yeah. Do you think he's gonna leave in January or summer?
I would again, being a football romantic, I would love for it to be the summer. I'd love for him to get the send off that he deserves, regardless of what club he's at. Like, when you contribute that much to a club's history, you deserve it. The fans deserve it. Do you know what I mean? Financially, I feel like my man kind of tanked the stock price with some of the stuff that he's and he's very expensive. The only place he can go is Saudi, innit? So you shouldn't ask me, you should ask the prince. He's in charge of when Salah goes.
Bro, you're the Earl. You're the Earl of the Emirates. I'm going for the other royals, man. But no. All right. So you think summer? You hope summer. Khem, you said you think it will be. Khem, you said you think it will be summer. Io, do you think his career is over? It's going to be Jan or summer as well?
Yeah, I think summer makes more. I think summer makes sense, but I just don't know. Yeah, no, but I think it depends how the next week or two goes. I guess if he has any more comments, maybe, because you don't have a toxic, I guess, presence in the dressing room for the next 6-7 months. That just couldn't fester well. So yeah, I think for Liverpool's sake, they better hope it doesn't. Yeah, there's no more comments that come out from him and Carragher, but yeah, I think summer makes the most like realistic sense. But yeah, right. You just never know.
And Khem, you're still summer, yeah? You think he will leave, but it won't be January?
Yeah, I think it'll be. We don't want it to go like Cristiano did a couple of years ago. It is sad, so hopefully he can go in the summer.
Yeah, I'm the odd one out there. I think he's gone. I think he's gone in Jan. I think he will go AFCON, like you guys have said. the tournament that Carragher loves the most. They probably won't win or do too much, and then they'll work on the Saudi deal in the meantime. I reckon. I know you said the stuff about the PIF, Khem. I agree, but Salah is their North Star transfer that they want to get. They've wanted him for ages. I get that, like the cultural influence it could have to have like the greatest ever player from that kind of region, Middle East and North Africa and whatever. But I think they'll make an exception. They'll find some scratch in the side of the couch to make it work. You're not going to get 100 mil. You're probably going to get like 50 or 60 or something along them lines, probably best case scenario. But I think they'll make it happen because I just think these guys are not going to want to pay 400 bags for a player that they're not even picking. And I don't think they're going to force Slot to pick him. I think they're going to do everything they can to back Slot and force Mo out. So I think, I think he's going to go out sad the same way, kind of like it's a little bit different with Cristiano because at least he did get a send off when he first was at United, but the second time he kind of got ushered out the side door. So I think it's going to go that way, which is sad for him, man.
Brighton, Spurs, and Wolves will do us a favour, and then it'll be a new manager for Mo to return to. It'll all be well.
Wow. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, let's go on to the Arsenal segment then. So a bit of a wild week, lads. You were early kickoff on last Saturday, taking a very last minute L to Aston Villa. Obviously, the memes have been absolutely wondrous after that last goal. Everyone's been chucking in the memes of all the players like smashing the ground, just falling flat, looking dead after that Buendia last minute goal. I think it wasn't. I don't think it was an absolute injustice, but at the same time, it was probably it was going to be harsh either way. Either team got a last minute goal. I think probably you guys kind of match each other, and a draw probably would have been a fair result. But I think it's done wonders for the title race. Villa are even in the picture now, only 3 points behind you. But then you bounce back in midweek, much changed team, 3-0 win away to Club Brugge. Noni Madueke. We might need to have a conversation about that guy in a little bit. Scores 2 goals, one of them absolute banger. Martinelli scores as well. So we'll start off with you, Io. What did you make of the 2 games? Save the Noni bit. I want us to talk about that in a little bit. But just, what did you make of the 2 games?
Villa game, it was disappointing. I think you can see the problem with somehow with all of our depth that we have, we've completely run the likes of like Rice and Zubimendi into the ground pretty much because their legs were gone and they were shot. You could just see it in that Villa game. And I guess it was frustrating. I don't think we didn't deserve to win, I wouldn't say. And Villa winning, obviously Villa's been our bogey team for the last couple of years, and they just seem Emery just seems to just have a vendetta against us, and he just gets that team playing their best football when they need to play against us. And it wasn't surprising. I was obviously conceding the last minute goal was heartbreaking. It was just like a calamity of errors. Like Hincapié could have just cleared the ball up the field with his right foot, takes a hefty touch, goes out for a throw in. And then that builds into the ball getting put into the box. Our captain is just jockeying around the edge of the box, refusing to engage with anything, just jockeying. No one to jockey. But my older guard hatred doesn't need to come out right now because if I speak about that man, my blood just boils. And like Buendia, him getting that finish, like the plenty of opportunities to get rid of that ball, and we just didn't do it. And I guess you could just see fatigue had kicked in. I think we've run a lot of the players into the ground. I think again it shows as much as Arteta obviously has done a great job. There's many games we've had this year where I don't get why you sign players like Norgard, or you're gonna have Naneri or have Lewis Skelly on the bench, and you just don't bring them in for the last 10 minutes and give Zubimendi or Rice just a little break, because it's just games like that where you just need to see it out. And Norgard obviously not like an exciting signing, but he's Prem proven. He's obviously can come in and do a job where you just want to just kind of keep the ball, keep it safe. And I just don't get why you want to play Zubimendi Rice 90 minutes every game. And obviously, yes, we need it, but there's games where we've obviously got the win. And yeah, and it's just, and you can see kind of what the lasting effects are. And yeah, now we've got injuries piling up a bit more, and all of this like heralded squad depth we've built up in the summer. We're now down to like bare bones, which is just ridiculous. And it just kind of just sums up Arsenal, where even when you think we've done everything the right way, all of a sudden we go back to just injuries galore again. And yeah, the win against Club Brugge was good. It was, yeah, expected. Yeah, great goals by the wingers. Would have loved to. Good to see Jesus come back. That was a positive sign. I think that might add like another dimension to our team, because my Gyökeres stock, which I bought high in, it's just not. It's there's something getting up there. It is, yeah. We're questions. I'm trying to hold firm and like hold on to it, but I need to see, and it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. But yeah, it's good to see Jesus. He brings another dimension. And yeah, obviously, I still want to see my boy Ethan, man. I need my boy Ethan to get some minutes, man. Like, I need to see some Ethan shine. He got some minutes against Club Brugge, came on, he looked good again. And yeah, I just think Arteta, I think more the question needs to be, why is Arteta not using more of this squad depth in these games? Because we've got midfielders, use them, play Skelly midfield if you're not going to play him left back. Like, I think Skelly can come in, obviously not do what Zubimendi does or what Rice does, but I think he can do a pretty good job at like in Rice position, where he can ball carry. You saw him against PSG last season, where he did the kind of like, obviously come from left back, but you can see when he drove into midfield, he has that ball carrying ability, he has that vision. So yeah, I think the boys need to be rested a bit, man. And obviously, yeah, this winter period as well, a lot of games coming up. We need to kind of manage the squad a bit better. And yeah, the title races, as we all said back in October, when everyone's saying we're 10 points ahead or something, 5 points ahead, the title race is done. It was ridiculous to say such a thing, because, yeah, as we can see, the title race is very much still alive and kicking. So, yeah, still feeling confident, but some concerning signs. But yeah, and also shout out that Buendia touch when he brought it down from the air, because that made me feel something when I saw that, and I still have nightmares about that, because I should have seen that last minute goal coming, because that touch was sublime. So yeah, but yeah, still feeling confident, but some worrying signs to be kind of concerned about.
Yeah, but I don't know what's happened to Buendia, by the way. Like he looked like he was done out here, and they were getting rid of him. And this season, he's scored that belter against Spurs, and his little cameo, a goal aside, against you lot, he looked class, mate. So, and I think you guys were linked with him ages ago, weren't you? I feel like, and the move didn't happen. Yeah, he's a bit of a baller, man. Razor, what's your take on the games then, and also some of what Io's been talking about, the squad rotation issues?
Yeah, I think interesting for Io is like the realistic Arsenal fan. I think realistically, we weren't going to win every game this season. Do you know what I mean? Realistically, if you asked us to circle 4 or 5 games that we didn't think we would win, or that we thought Arsenal would drop points, even in like a best case scenario, I think right after your Anfields, your Etihads, Villa Park's right there. They have been a bit of a bogey team for us. I'm actually going to go and watch us play them at the Emirates in a couple of weeks, and I don't know why I made that decision. Terrible decision.
Risky.
I've just realized that. I've said, but brother, I've seen the man violate us IRL numerous times. Anyway. I don't know if I hear the concerns. And to be fair, Io didn't like overstate them. I think there are some Arsenal fans that are overstating them. It's like, crisis, it's chaos. He was just like, it is a bit concerning. Ask valid questions about whether we need to be playing people, like running our players into the ground, which we know is something that we've always had a bit of a question about with Arteta, whether it's Saka or various parts of our defense. Like, he finds something that works, and it's very difficult to get him to like deviate from that, even when we are in control of the game, even when we're winning, even when they look like their leg's going to fall off. Do you know what I'm saying? I think the Villa result was a combination of maybe some of that, but maybe more like new defensive partnerships, like finding their feet. I like Hincapié. I think Hincapié is a good defender, but I think he was at fault. not just in the passage of play leading up to the final goal, but I think there were a couple of times where I kind of watched something happen and I was like, what the and I was like, you're not Gabriel. That's
100%.
You're not Gabriel.
100%.
We can't be like, we've got the best centre-back partnership in the... Okay, now both of them are injured. Did we expect there to be no drop-off in the quality of our defensive, like, effectiveness? You know what I'm saying? So for me, us conceding more than we did, I'm not like happy about it, but I understand where it came from. I feel like that's quite there. Do you know what I mean? Also, if you like football, regardless of what team you support, unless you support like flipping Spurs or Birmingham, yeah, if you like football, that's what football's about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, unless you like that kind of last minute kind of thing, whichever team scores that goal, most neutral football fans, unless, like I said, unless you're like a fan of the ops of one of those teams, you're gonna watch that and be like, that's class, that is. Limbs didn't even kick off again afterwards. Final kick of the game. That's football, man. That's that. Like, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose for you to have those moments. I personally, of all the ways that we could lose, of all the ways that I've seen us lose to teams that I feel like we could have played better against, that's what I think. This is when Arsenal fans start sounding entitled. Like, oh yeah, like how can we lose to Villa at Villa? Like, yeah, Villa had a weak start to the season, but they're doing their thing. They're on a crazy run right now. They've got players that are filled up with confidence. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that football is a game of form and a game of confidence. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I struggled to be like heartbroken, crestfallen. Some of the memes, even, you know, there was this whole discourse about, oh, they're on the floor. Like, why are they doing this? They haven't lost the league. Shut the fuck up. Even Thierry, shut up, man. Shut up.
Yeah, that bot was so asinine. That bot was so asinine. Seeing people critique that, I was like, "Why? Ridiculous!" Yeah.
Why are we micro-analyzing in slow motion man's immediate reaction to losing something that they've been working on for the past 90 minutes? Some of the people that are criticizing their reaction couldn't run for 90 minutes, let alone play the game and then lose it. Brother, you should see me at Power League on a Wednesday if someone scores a last-minute goal against us. Don't get me wrong, I'm not fuming about it for 3 weeks, but like, I will punch the floor. I will be like, for fuck's sake, I will start shouting at my teammate. Anyone who's got a problem with that is either trying to generate views, is never played ball in their life, or just has a thing against Arsenal. I don't know what it is. And then when you see people like Thierry doing it, and oh, you know, when you have not won, then you shut up, man. Love you. You're a legend. All this, that, and shut up. That's my thoughts about the Villa game. Like, we lost to Villa. Villa are second in the table. Like, they're a good side. They got a good home like record. They're on like against us, and they're on the up. I think it's hard to be heartbroken. And then we went and, you know, turned Club Brugge over and gave them a Champions League pamming, and business as usual. We're going to hopefully do the same thing to Wolves today. And I'm continuing with the same energy that I feel like we had before. I feel like we are going to lose games. I feel like people are going to get disappointed and people are going to put in tired performances. Unlike United, we're not just playing every Monday. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, so there are a lot of players that are adjusting to stuff. I still think we're going to see Skelly in a midfield role. I still think Ayo's going to get his more of Ethan. Pause. I still think we're going to get like those cameos. And it's kind of like, you know, if man's telling everyone from Jonty to Thierry to shut up, like, do you know what I mean? Like, let's just watch. I feel like most of the times we get ourselves, it's the celebration thing as well. Like, that's a perfect example. Like, you're micro-analyzing something that happened a couple of days ago because you've got nothing else to talk about, or like, that's what we have to do now and we have to focus on this thing. Realistically, you know, all the question marks, the Noni question marks, the Trossard question marks, the Martinelli question marks, most of them, as time goes on, they look funny in the light. So
I think we need to add the Gyökeres question mark as well, bro. I think we've had enough games.
Question mark in it, but I think Gyökeres, I'm happy with what Gyökeres is doing.
How?
Everyone's like, he needs to score goals. Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Everyone's like, our striker needs to score goals. Our striker needs to score goals. Are we winning games? Are we creating? Are we winning games at 1-0, 2-1, or are we scoring goals? Do Arsenal have a goal scoring problem?
All right, this is not aimed at you, right? Oh, I don't think it's. It might be aimed more at Io and Johns, right? So what you're saying is the same Havertz argument, right? If that is the case, why even bother get Gyökeres? You got him because he's this gunman and all this Bane shit and whatever else. He's been worse than Havertz, and then I don't want to hear anyone talk about Gyökeres invading space or link up, or he could never link up, right? He's shit, right? But come on, bro, his link up is dead, right? He is Swedish Lukaku from a touch and link up perspective, right?
You just wanted to get
So
Lukaku
no. He's got a score. He's got a score for the rest of the rivals and everyone to keep quiet, because he's not going to do the other stuff. Like, just get rid of him and bring Havertz in. Like, Jesus is making my Jesus's finished take look a little bit stinky as well, because he looked very good in that Bruges bit, right? Bro, Gyökeres, big question mark, bro. Come on.
There's a
He's
question mark in
very
terms of
stinky.
there's a question mark in terms of is he going out and getting having 4 or 5 goal performances? No, that hasn't happened yet. I do think that will click. Has that happened for your striker? No. Has that happened for one of Kem's strikers? No. And that's what the other direct answer to your question is. Why bother going getting him? Where has Havertz been? On the operating table. Man's been there with the spiky roller doing stretching. That's why we need a striker. Where has Jesus been? On the operating table.
No. That's why I'm saying it's not for you. No, this is why I'm saying it's not for you, because I do remember you saying you are more positive about the benefits Havertz brings, right? But there were a lot of Arsenal fans out there that didn't like this. We're helping the team. Other people are scoring. They were very strong on we need a bagsman. No way did you guys buy Gyökeres to just do a shit version of what Havertz does.
That is completely correct. It's disappointing. I'm trying. There's definitely a lot of cope, I think, with because I've done it myself when I see the whole what he does when everyone says he's occupying space, he's occupying defenders, and other people are scoring. That part is true, but it's definitely a cope. Obviously, that's not what we signed him for. We signed him to be a different striker, to know where the goal is. And it is concerning how his lack of movement in the box seems to just be non-existent. And that's the part that worries me the most. And so obviously when you see the likes of Marino going up there and he's finding ways to be in the right position, and you're just why can't Gyökeres do this? And so my only thing for Gok is that I just want to see him with Eze behind him, realistically, and just see kind of a different setup for the team. Because I think sometimes he does make runs, and he just doesn't get that ball through. Because sometimes he is off the ball, he's trying to run the channels and stuff like that. But what's wrong with you guys? I know you need to pause. You guys are sick. Just relax. Act like we've been here before. Just look. I can see what you guys sniggering.
Bro.
I don't know.
We're always here with you, bro.
Just sniggering.
I don't know if I've been in
that.
I don't know if what'd you call me? I don't know if I've been in that place before.
I don't even know what you're sniggering at. Was the Eze behind him or something? My goodness. Gracious.
Let's not derail the discussion. You know what you said. You know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what I said. I just everyone started sniggers, so I knew there was a pause coming.
No, but apart from that dubious bit, I agree with your sentiment about Gyökeres. You come on, guys. Let's just be real. The positive Arsenal fans are the ones that like what Havertz brought. I like what Razor's saying. I'm not disagreeing with that point. That has credence to it. But most Arsenal fans wanted their striker to come in, bag, and actually be that killer up front. And apart from the Leeds game, and maybe 1 or 2 other performances, a lot of what I've seen from him has either been a little bit of huffing and puffing or just downright shit. I'm just being honest. And I'm not saying that my striker's the best. Sesko's also not been amazing, been injured for a lot of time, whatever. He hasn't Ekitike has actually looked pretty good. But Isak is obviously the
striker in the league. It's just a bad year for Swedish strikers, guys. It's just a bad few months for Swedish strikers. Look at them, their national team. I think they need a reset in the new year. I actually I like Ray's point. He does bring a an element to the team that they didn't have before. Because
That's not
Arsenal,
true. They had that.
Wait. So
Nah,
what I mean is like
it's different to what happens.
it's two things. Like he's right. You need the depth up front, or in overall, but also Arsenal. They never really relied on goals from one person over their last few seasons where you've been competitive. So what he does is enable like others to get involved in the game and be a threat. Obviously, I do get the overall point, which is you sign a striker, you expect them to score goals. It's quite clear Swedish strikers with their own celebration, whether they're covering their face or sticking their thumb out, it's not going well for them. So maybe they need to just focus on training pitch rather than FIFA celebration moves. But like, I get both points. But to go back towards what Ray is saying, it's good now because you're winning. If these continued like results go against you, and maybe if you do get overtaken in the league or anything like that, then obviously question marks would be had, because at the end of the day, if you do spend quite a lot of money on a striker, when everyone does say you're a striker away, you do expect them to score goals. Like I'm looking at Isak and it's like, bro, are you gonna play football or do you want to focus on being a marathon runner? Like I don't know what you're supposed to what you're doing right now, dude. But like, so
Joey Barton, my goodness gracious.
Actually, that was actually incorrect, because running's definitely something he's not been doing anyway. Because his pressing is terrible. So I'll take back the running comment, because he doesn't even press. So that was incorrect. But like,
don't crash again, please.
But Gyökeres has added an element to the team that they didn't have, especially against more physical teams, against their strikers. So I think it's a bit of both. He does need to start scoring, but we also need to go back to actually giving new players to the league, like at least give them a full season before you fully critique them. Like we need to go.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You sneaky little.
You've gone too far.
No, because I just critique. No, because I'm saying this. Well, I've got my thumb. Isak has been in the league, so I'm going to continue to judge him because he's been in this league. What about
Wirtz has been dog shit. Don't give him this excuse.
He should be given some time to actually, before we can judge him if he was a bust or not. You can't call someone a bust in December.
I'm sorry, Lapioche didn't get time. Lapioche didn't get time.
He did get given time.
I will never ever get. No, he did not.
Yes, he
Souness
did.
was on his ass after a few weeks.
That's one person.
90 million, whatever, and the media were after him.
So Souness is the voice of. Souness is the voice of how many fans around the world.
To use Johnny's favorite word, this is getting a bit disingenuous now.
Super
disingenuous. You can't be going off Souness. No, Pogba was given plenty of time. He had about 3 different coaches.
No, he was not.
Let's remember.
The most disingenuous part of this is referring to Souness as one person. Like he's not just spitting. He's not just saying these comments straight down. He's one of their legends on massive platforms. Like rising up all of the dodgy newspapers to try and get onto him with the xenophobic stuff. Let's be real. It's not just Souness, and it's not just Pogba got loads of time. So that's the only reason why I'm cutting you on that. Although I would say Gyökeres is not the same as Wirtz. He costs 50 million. Wirtz costs 115 or whatever. And then like he's in the normal kind of what is a standard transfer fee price bracket of player now. I want the viewers.
So shouldn't get that.
This is why the pod is the way that it is, because we were talking about Gyökeres and we ended up with these men having an argument about Pogba and Wirtz. This is
I don't even know how that works.
Don't do this. No, don't do this. We all saw.
It's Monaco.
We all saw. No. We all saw the angle he was taking with his kids to sign in longer time.
Everyone assume that there's an angle here.
No. The angle is always to cover your ass, bro.
No, it actually wasn't. This is insane.
No. Gyökeres can get more time. I think he's shit, but I'm gonna give more time. He can still turn it around, right? Wirtz gets no time. He needs to perform right now.
Gyökeres needs more hustle. Wirtz deserves more loyalty, and Antony needs to show more respect. Okay, because I was not freaking taking any crazy angle here. Okay, I'm saying
no, not for German bums.
I'm going to give him some time.
Well, I feel like this has become very toxic. So the one thing I'm going to say is, you see when Odegaard's on the pitch, he runs around.
Don't rile Ayo up now, bro.
No, much Milan is discussed. He runs around doing the whole like pressing everything thing, innit? Do you see Eze doing that? No. Do you think it's because Eze pulled up and looked at Mikel Arteta and went, yeah, sorry, Gaffer, that's just not how I play. I don't fancy it. No, different players are getting different instructions. The same thing with Ethan. Ethan comes on. Ethan's not trying to pass the ball to he's looking for top bins. This guy just wants goal clips and nothing else. And that's the thing. I think we assume because players can play in similar positions, we assume that the instructions given to them by the gaffer or within the system are the same. Gabby Jesus is definitely not being instructed to play in the Havertz, Gyökeres kind of style. One, because he can't physically. But two, that's not his strength. That's not where we want to activate him in the system. And I think Gyökeres is being asked to do, you said we got him because he's a skeng man. He's being asked to do something that I think he's capable of doing, but slightly outside of the comfort zone that he's been in, running at guys and like bullying them on the outside shoulder and slapping it past the keeper in a one-on-one situation. Half of his goal clips are transition goals. So we're Arsenal. Man, them want to sit so solid crew times 2 behind the ball and just wait for us. How's he going to get them transition goals? So he's having to adjust, not just to the league, but also to a new system. And I think this is where you could call it cope, Lana. I think when he gets locked into what he's being asked to do, it's going to be scary. That's just hope.
No, I think realistic Arsenal fan.
No. I think
my best friend.
I think what's happened, I think was talked about when you first signed Gyökeres, right? A lot of people said they hope, I can't remember, someone on the pod, it might have been I, it might have been John, said, if you get Gyökeres and you suddenly turn him into a makeshift Havertz and you start getting him to do things that you're not buying him for, there will be concerns. Because there should not be a Havertz and Gyökeres style together. They're not the same players. You didn't buy, surely, you would think, not buying a striker that scored 100 goals in a year or whatever it was, to come in and start invading space and doing link-up play. I know it's inevitable because that's the style of play that you guys play and you face the low block, but just don't buy Gyökeres then. Go and buy a better player that can actually do that really, really well and just be an upgrade on Havertz. Because right now it looks like you've got a downgrade on Havertz because he's not scoring the goals and he's playing a great player.
I wanted that player. I agree with you. I wanted that player. I thought his name was Alexander Isak. And this is why me and you were talking about football on a Saturday morning and not getting paid to like instruct transfer strategy. Because I agreed with you. Everything you just said makes bare sense to me as an individual. And I thought that was the guy. I thought your guy was the guy. I was wrong.
I think the whole Swedish population thought they were the guy. It's just...
I was wrong.
Just leave it.
All right, let's go on to the next argument then. Noni Madueke, 2 goals. Razor punch in the air for the audio listeners. He's very happy. Io looks slightly disgusted. 2 goals, unbelievable goals. The group chat was popping off pretty much immediately after it was going in. It became a bit of mutiny. Everyone was turning on everyone. Jonty was pointing at Lana was pointing at everyone basically back. Everyone was kind of disagreeing with it.
Johns just shoots like erratically. Johns has no aim. He just wants to shoot and just take aim at anybody. That man is he's unhinged. He's unhinged.
But what we making of Noni now? I know the whole Chelsea thing was the main angle, but in terms of just the player, are we more satisfied with this transfer now after a little bit of time, a couple of bangers, some decent performances, or are we still looking at it like would have preferred to get someone else? Io, are there any softening towards a stance?
There was a stance never needed to be softened. No, I'm joking. That's a lie. That is now that is disingenuous. Now that is disingenuous for sure. No, 100% is he's been good. He's been, I'd say, better than I still think his end product, like obviously the goal against Club Brugge was amazing, but like overall his end product sometimes has left a lot to be desired. But overall, what he's come in to do, and like when he has come onto the pitch, if he plays over Saka, he's done what I want him to be. Like if he's a backup to Saka, then I'm happy with him. Like, I'm never gonna. That's exactly what I hoped he'd be. And when he comes in, he does have an impact. Like he's exciting. He tries to take a man on. It's just his end product for me. Just is always just. It seems like he does put his head down and just run at you, but then doesn't really like look up and then actually aim where he's putting the ball into. But overall, like for 52 million, I think it was like it looks like it's been a good deal. Obviously hasn't recouped what we paid like yet to be, but obviously, yeah, I can't be mad at what he's done. Like he's had some good performances. He's come in, done a job. Did we help Chelsea in the end? I don't know. That was like my main gripe, was helping Chelsea. So, but yeah, overall, it's a good signing. Yeah, like I hold my hands up. It was a good signing for sure. I don't know why this guy is smugly nodding his head. Save your chest, guys. Like whatever you want to say.
I'm
save
smiling, bruv. What?
You're,
Can a
you're
man not
not.
smile?
You're nodding
Can a man not
slowly.
be gleeful?
I don't like the slow
Fellas,
nod.
Fellas, am I allowed to express some black boy joy? Nah, come on, man. What do you want me to say, man? You want me to say that? I told you so. You man don't know ball. Always crashing out for no reason. I said all of that already.
That's exactly what you said. Yes, exactly.
Say it again.
Exactly.
Let them know.
Let's wheel it out. Let's wheel it out.
Let them know.
To run it back. At the end
Tell
of the
him.
day, yeah. At the end of the day, Noni, I think this is me saying I know ball. That would be, it's true, but this would be a poor indicator of it, because again, it's just about trusting, as Khem likes to refer to them, the laptop guys. I was like, he's not a random South American wonder kid like Steven that Chelsea have been slapping on the wing. Do you know what I mean? Like he's been in the England. He's been in the England.
Is that Esteban you're referring to?
That's definitely Esteban.
Steven.
That's harsh because he's looking cold.
No, he's a baller, in it. But Chelsea don't like their ethnics. Like they like their ethnics to assimilate, in it. Like he's Steven now. You're Steve. I can't pronounce that. You're Steve now. All right.
He'll be wearing Stone Island in no time. Don't worry,
bro. I'm sure there's a picture of him and Cole Palmer wearing Stone Island, head to toe, and Cortez Air Max 95s. That picture exists somewhere. If you see it, it's not AI. I promise you. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, Noni. I don't think it was like a wild thing, and like they know Chelsea are gonna price them in a certain way, so they were willing to pay the price, which meant that they were sure. And again, like just trust in the laptop nerds. But it's really nice to see. I think also, again, like the way in which we tend to look at formations and players, and like the way that players tend to impact the team when they're on. Like none of us were super excited, or a lot of people were confused seeing. I think a couple of times we've seen Noni come on while Saka's on. And then Saka's kind of playing like just free roam football. Like he can go through the middle a bit more. And if you've got Marino playing up top in that kind of like false 90 kind of, suddenly the defenders are like, broski, who am I meant to be marking? What's going on here? What happened? It's very like it's very nice to see. And I think again, like when we were talking about the left side and we were talking about different options, I think just having those different options, not just squad depth in terms of bodies, but having like different types of wingers, different types of attackers, different game states that can be unlocked by bringing them in. So I think he does that, whether it's on the right or on the left, and how he enables other players to play, which is good. I think we've needed that.
Yeah, I mean,
and I was right.
As well.
And I love
that. I was going to say, you need to wheel that up at least once on this. But Martinelli looked good as well. So I don't know, man. I think it's weirdly your defense, which is looking the most sparsest because of all the injuries. That's probably the concerning part at the moment. And the attack, I know the Gyökeres thing. I'm not going back on that and down that route again. But apart from that aside, the wingers are looking good. Before we move on to the Chelsea bit where we all get our digs in because Reece is not here. To be fair, we would do it anyway if he was here. Man City, Arsenal. That's the title race. Yeah, are we just going to agree? Or do we see Villa or someone else popping back in?
It's a cakewalk, man. Arsenal only lost because they played on a Wednesday, then it was a 12:30 kickoff on the Saturday.
What if this is a cakewalk? What was last year for you guys? Please have some respect, man.
Like, sounding real cloppy with that.
A cakewalk. Just you had literally the easiest
it's
title.
True, though.
The easiest
you guys
title.
Guys spoke about fatigue in that match, and you failed to highlight the big reasons.
Villa also played
Wednesday 8 p.m.
Antony, next time, just don't ask the question to all of
Villa also played midweek, did they not?
And they got to sleep in their own bed.
Yeah, okay, but someone's got to be the away team. Like they can't. They could have moved that fixture to Sunday or evening game.
That's why
As I said,
all over us.
I'm not buying into this whole like, oh yeah, like we were hard up. That's you.
No,
man.
exactly.
Like,
No, so
we
that's
got beaten by a good side. Like,
yeah.
yeah. And in terms of the title race, I think numbers speak for itself. It's 13th of December. There's 2 points clear, 3 points clear. There's a bunch of teams that are all there in that thing. It's an active league, and also
not anymore, bro. Not anymore. The top 3 are a bit adrift. So you man are 2 points clear of City. Villa are 3 points behind, and then the next team, which I believe is Palace, are like 5 points behind them.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm asking is because Villa have kind of put themselves in it a little bit, but
I think
like no one's talking about Villa. They're just saying City. The Great White Shark is coming up behind you, and it's City versus Arsenal now going forward. That's why I'm trying to ask, because I think Villa are looking very, very good, but conventional wisdom will tell you surely it's Arsenal versus City now, right?
I think they'll drop off. I think it's still Arsenal City. I think Villa will be around, but I think it's still Arsenal City for sure.
Villa are like last year's Forest.
Yeah, like they're going to be there exactly. They'll be there. Might get top 4, or like even like Newcastle. Like they'll be there and thereabouts. But I think eventually there's going to be like there'll be a run of like a month where just the fixtures won't go their way, and then eventually I'll drop off. But it's good what they've done to come back to where they started the season to where they are now is ridiculous. But I can't see them being in the title race come the end of the season.
Hey man, never doubt a Brummy is one thing that I've learned. So yeah, this is one thing I'm not so certain on. I was way more certain on Noni Madueke than I was on. You don't know,
City
man.
guys. We don't talk about City, but we have to give them some props as well.
They had a great game against Madrid, man. Doku balled out again, man.
Don't say we don't do it. I said City are going to be in the title race pre-season.
No, I know.
Run the
We need to
tape.
watch that one back because I didn't
Run the tape.
We need to see that one again.
I'm just saying that we don't have a City segment on the podcast.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have a City segment, so I'm just saying we throw in a little bit of props, man. Jesus Christ! Look, everyone's. Everyone's crashing today.
Nico Gonzalez as well. He had a solid match. So
they've got a team.
The other Nico as well. Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah.
They've got a team, man.
That competition, man. But no, they did well against Madrid. But I don't know with City because when I could look at that Fulham game where it was just pure chaos. Like I still think they have a few mistakes in them. Like they'll put you under some pressure, but I still think you guys are overall better and more complete than them. Like Arsenal, I think City are a solid second. Man.
They still win. Like no matter
they know how to win, though.
Yeah,
they know how to win, and they've got a player that, in my opinion, is having an RVP season, like the RVP season that helped us win the league, where we basically were RVP's team. Haaland is having with Man City.
I love RVP.
That's dangerous, bro.
Haaland down like that, man. Haaland's had
no. Come on, bro. I mean, in terms of like performance driving a team, like having that head and shoulders impact on the team. I'm not comparing them as players, right? Although put some respect on RVP, right? My club legend.
Yeah, even though
his first season was 36 Premier League goals, man. We said he's having an RVP. He's doing a Haaland season, bro. He's doing a Haaland season. He's doing his thing.
But then also last season,
trying to win Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I just mean the impact, right?
How you say his name, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That was diabolical. All right, let's go on to the Chelsea segment, man. All right, Chelsea. What has happened to that team, man? I think United are diabolically all over the place and can't really understand what's happening. Chelsea are definitely in that. I know we are, but I'm just saying Chelsea might be coming to this territory in terms of just being so unpredictable. Like the Bournemouth game, Bournemouth should have won that game. I don't know if you man saw that game. Evan Nielsen missed an open goal. That is, I don't know what that guy was doing. They actually had loads of chances, and Bournemouth should have won that game, even though they've been playing a bit ropey as well before they play us on Monday. So Chelsea got away with, caught life on that, got a point. And then Atalanta, I swear their manager's the Southampton guy that came in and got sacked in the same season. That brother's taken over their team. And Atalanta beat them 2-1 in the Champions League. What is going on with them? Like, Khem, what's happening, man? back-to-back disappointing results. Do we need to? I feel like Maresca gets either lauded as like this tactical genius, and then he has really big stinkers as well. Do we blame this on a Maresca stinker, or some of the players just not as good as, Enzo Fernandez? They say they are.
Last year they had a similar thing. Like, they were our supposed closest challenger. At one point, they had briefly overtaken Arsenal around this time last year, in November, December, and then just fell off. So they've just rinse and repeat their same thing. Like, anytime we give them any expectations, they've decided to just drop off and be rubbish, and then prove Reese's point that they are not title challengers and they're not ready, etc. Like, I think he's just bold, Maresca. Long story short, he's just a bold manager. And apart from Guardiola, who had hair when he started in the league, and then it left his head after stress caused by Jose, none of them can do it. They're all frauds. It just depends at what point they display their fraudness. Like, that's it. Like, some do it early, some do it later on, but eventually it catches up to them. So, yeah, everyone was calling him a tactical genius for telling his players to go out and foul Arsenal all day long. Like, I didn't know that was sublime ingenuity. Like, no, it wasn't. Okay, you were at home and the ref was poor. And then Atalanta are a solid team, though. To be fair, they play really well against possession-based teams. They counter-attack very, very well. Didn't they win the Europa League not too long ago? So they're very good on their day. Usually away from home is when they do their thing. But fair play to them. And yes, you're right. Bournemouth. I think I saw I put 1-0. I forgot if it was Chelsea or Bournemouth to win that game, but. Yeah, they just stunk it up. Anytime we put any pressure on them, they find a way to fall short. Their best right back / CM didn't show up when we start speaking about him, Reece James. So they're just the same. I wouldn't categorize them as United kind of mess, because I don't even know where Chelsea stand. I think they're just here to just buy players and flip them and just keep doing that. They don't really have a plan right now. Like, they're just here. They're just here to sort of make money, I think, and carry on. I think he's literally running it as a franchise. As long as they're in Europe and they can flog World Championship T-shirts, they'll be fine. Whereas you guys have higher expectations. You expect to win, and it's just not going well for you right now at all as a club overall. So, like, I think we all have our own crisis. You have your own mess, and then they've got their own sort of mess. But theirs is more on the pitch, whereas yours is off the pitch and ours is in the dressing room. Like, so, yeah, I wouldn't call. I still think they should be in the title race because of the amount of money they've spent, but they've spent it on a bunch of random players. They'll flip more Madueke's to other teams, and then they'll just keep doing that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. You didn't bite on the Enzo Fernandez thing, so yeah. Don't bring Noni back in, please. You didn't bite on the Enzo thing, so I'm going to have to force the point now. That's another player. What was it? 115 million. I swear he's been in the league like 2.5 seasons now. That boy is arse. He is shit. He is respectfully just shit, and no one puts any pressure on him because actually Caicedo, I think, helps him. The fact that Caicedo's there and he's performing for the most part, and as him and Rice are pretty much the anomalies to this whole big money signing turning out well. Enzo Fernandez, because he scores a couple of goals against Spurs and he's a passionista and he'll try and fight with every single person. I don't understand why. He is shit, guys. Can we please acknowledge he's shit? Someone called him the Jadon Sancho of midfields. No athleticism, no awareness, and just a little shimmy every now and again, shaking his ass. That's all he does. There's nothing else involved. Can we admit that, or am I being too harsh? Because I feel like we're not being harsh enough on this guy. Razor, I see you've unmuted.
No, yeah, I think Enzo's trash. Not like that trash. Trash is strong. I think he's not worth the money. I think he's not worth the money. And when you're not worth the money, like, you end up getting called trash. Because it's like, is Vert's trash? No, we've all seen him play football and it's good. Yeah, I'm bringing it back to him. Don't make that face, Khem. Yeah, he is. He's a good player. We've seen him play creative, inspired football. Like, but for the price tag, he is being trash. And I feel like the scrutiny, and my thing is, how has he avoided the scrutiny that comes with that price tag? And that was the point of me bringing Verts up. I didn't just want to mess with Khem. I actually feel like, obviously, there's scrutiny on all players that transfer to big sides or expect to take on big roles. And I think an element of it is like when you were saying before, like, which was a reach, are they in Man United levels of crisis? Massive reach, but I was just going to let it go. But it's actually just come back into my point. The difference is you man are trying. I don't think Chelsea are trying. Chelsea are trying to play Monopoly. And I think that's where that's where Enzo is. And maybe even like other bits and pieces, they've avoided that level of scrutiny because they're like, he's 100 mil, but he's 100 mil for the Monopoly board. Like, and he's all right. And he's racist. And I'm not going to finish that sentence, but you know, I don't even have to say allegedly because there's a video. But yeah, that's the thing. I think it's more like where he is. I think Caicedo's a great thing in terms of him. I think defensively, like the defenders that he has behind him helping him, that pushing into midfield as well, I think they help how he looks. But I've never seen anything that warrants the way that he's spoken about. I'm glad they've dropped him. They try to squeeze him in the convos with
Reece did this
with Declan and Caicedo. And to be honest, Declan Rice is 105 mil. Yeah, that's a different currency to some of these, man. 100 mil. Respectfully speaking, it's a different currency. These men are rolling around with yen and that. No, sir. Do you know what I mean? Enzo not worth the money. Caicedo not worth the money. I know a bear man that can bark at Utes and kick shins, innit?
Nah, that's harsh. Caicedo has been good. But that's your opinion. And yeah, you've misquoted me. I didn't say Chelsea are in the same mess as United. I'm just saying that they have been very, very inconsistent.
Similarly.
No, in inconsistency. Their results are all over the shop. They perform well against bigger teams, which under Amrin we've been doing. And then in other games where you expect them to win, they've been super inconsistent. Of course, Chelsea are not United levels of mess. We've been diabolical for like 10, 12 years or whatever it's been. But in terms of inconsistency, we can't have the conversation. I know we're doing that banter on Reece to try and coax him out to come and like show some chest or whatever. But Chelsea should not be talked about in title races and whatever else. We can't do this. They show the same level of inconsistency as us.
Get us not to talk about that.
I know, Yaz. Bless him. Reece has tried his best. But some other Chelsea fans have tried to put them in there. I think that's the reason why some rivals have tried to do that, right? But their inconsistency levels are crazy. Like they are dropping as many points and they're on the same points as us. That's the reason why I'm saying in terms of performances, they're all over the shop. And yeah, man, I don't know, man. I think this Maresca thing, it might be one for us to watch, you know. It might be one for us to keep an eye on because I don't think he's not got the slot credit in the bank of winning something. I know Club World Cup or whatever, they can shout about that, but let's be real about it. He hasn't got enough credit to be able to be this inconsistent and not perform and push them into, you know, a safer position in the top four, which I think is probably his target. So I wouldn't be shocked if the Bournemouth manager or Glasner or someone like that went to Chelsea even mid-season. If they start to keep dropping down the table, I think Chelsea could be one for us to watch because I think their board will get twitchy. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's looking weird. Io, have you got anything to add before we get into the previews and predictions?
Chelsea suck. That's the best you get. That's the best you get. No, I'm just yeah. I don't rate Enzo as well. I completely agree everything he said. Yeah, don't rate Enzo. Don't think he's very overstated. And yeah, like you said, they just get off for big games. But I think they're definitely a lot better than United, though. So in that.
All right, here we go. Here we go. That's what I said. Chelsea are shit as United. All right, let's go on to the preview, guys. All right. The update on the preview prediction table. Sorry, Io, you're still top, 53 points.
Quick question. Are you not bored of saying that? I get it. Must be so repetitive.
I've got to do it. It's the audio listeners, you know.
I appreciate you saying it, man. I just feel like I just feel like you might as well just skip that part because it's just, you know what I mean.
Well, no. We're not gonna get to that level of complacency. 53 points, 9 correct scores. Johnson's moved up. He's second now, 51.7 correct scores. Khem is in third, 50 points, 9 correct scores. Reese is in fourth, same points, but 8 correct scores. Razor is in fifth, 44 points, 4 correct scores. I'm in sixth, 43 points, 5 correct scores. And Nash is seventh, 35 points, 4 correct scores. So we'll start off with the Chelsea-Everton game. Io, you go first. What's your prediction on this one?
Yeah, surprisingly, after me saying Chelsea sucked, I've given Chelsea a 2-1 win, which would be, yeah. So, yeah, I've done Chelsea 2-1. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Johnson's gone 2-2. Ken, what's your prediction on this one?
1-0 to Chelsea as well, despite making fun of them.
Fair dues. Reese has gone 2-1 Chelsea. Razor, what's your prediction on this one?
I've gone 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, fair enough. I've gone 2-1 Chelsea, and Nash has gone 2-2. Liverpool Brighton, bit of a bogey team for the Scousers. What's your prediction on this one?
Yeah, I've gone Liverpool 2-2 versus Brighton. I think, yeah, they definitely concede, but I feel like they might get a couple goals at Anfield. So, yeah, 2-2.
All right, makes sense. You've gone for a draw. Johnson's gone 2-1 Brighton. Kem, what's your prediction on this one?
2-1 Brighton.
This is definitely hope. He's hoping Slot gets the boot.
No, I actually thought it was at their ground, but then I changed the score down from 3-1 to 2-1 when I saw it was at Anfield.
This guy's been scarred too much with the results at Anfield.
I don't want to see Slot anymore. Thank you.
Fair dues. All right, Reese has gone 2-2. Razor, what's your prediction on this one?
3-2 to Liverpool.
Okay, all right, high scoring. I've gone 2-2 as well. Nash has gone 2-0 Liverpool. Io, what's your prediction on Arsenal Wolves?
3-0 to the boys, to Arsenal.
Only 3, yeah?
Oh, only 3. I think, yeah, we think fingers. Yeah, 3-0's good. I'll take a 3-0. I can't be mad at that. But.
All right, Johnson's gone 4-0. Ken, what's your prediction on this one?
3-0 to the champions elect.
This guy's
all
pathetic.
Right.
He's so pathetic.
I just want you to know we can see you, yeah, and it looks shameful, disgusting.
Honestly.
The league is yours, man. Never give up.
You made me sick, man.
Honestly. Packers fan wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat. That is Kevin.
I'm gonna say that's to give shout out to someone. That's giving a shout out to someone who's not well right.
That was big up.
That was dirty work. That was dirty.
No. I'm saying it's a great cause, but I don't know. That's Kevin.
I hate the Cowboys,
all right.
But shout out Rob.
All right, Reese has gone 4-0 Arsenal. Razor, what's your prediction on this one?
I've gone 3-0, but it feels a bit conservative now. I'm not gonna lie. Wolves are really bad, but
they are.
It's the Arsenal. I feel
like this could be one of them.
I feel like Arteta will start bringing on the teenagers though if we score too many goals. Yeah, that Salmon Ute is definitely touching the pitch in this game for sure. If you don't play Salmon, I don't know what's happening, man. Someone said white rice and salmon.
Exactly, bro. Signing tuna in the summer, innit? All right, and I've gone 4-0. I actually was considering going higher, guys, because Wolves are absolutely shit. But there's a little part of me that does think Arteta's gonna. I'm not gonna go down the whole handbrake thing again. But once you start running up the score, he's gonna chill, start rotating. And you're going to be respectful to them. So I'm gone 4-0. Nash has gone 3-0. Exactly. All right, Palace City. Io, what's your prediction on this? This might be game of the weekend, lads. I don't know. We haven't talked about it. This is a good
potential.
One.
Definitely potential. I think the only thing for Palace is they're missing some players. So I think that's the only reason it might not be. I would have gone. I think if it was Palace full strength, I would have gone Palace win. But I've gone 2-1 to City.
All right, 2-1. Johnson's gone 2-1 as well. Ken, what's your prediction on this one?
Same here, 2-1 City.
All right, 2-1. Reese has gone 2-2. Razor, what's your prediction on this one? You're on mute, bro.
I've gone 3-1. I agree with Lana. I think could have been blockbuster stuff game of the weekend. I think those missing players for City are some really, really key players for them. And for my flipping FPL team. Sad times.
Munoz has killed me.
Yeah. Man, that's the guy.
We were mentioning it before the pod, but yeah, the everyone went big on him being this unnamed 29-year-old international player that got arrested, and they were hammering him all the conspiracies, and my man just got injured, and it was Ivan Toney the whole time. So we need to put some respect on Munoz, man. Don't know why they just went big on it.
The problem there is poor journalism, because words have meanings and the connotations of those words should carry things. And I think when you think about Ivan Toney as a footballer, you think about him for lots of reasons, but being an international is not at the forefront of that, is it? I'm just being honest.
Like, these journalists need to be more realistic and honest, man. They're poor.
No, they can't reveal who it is because it's an ongoing case. So they wanted to sprinkle something a little bit, you know. Lana knows what I'm talking about. They're trying to not get bagged by.
No, Khem tried to take a shot. He thinks he's slick by putting realistic and journalistic. He thinks he's slick. I see you, Khem. I like it. It was smooth there. It was subtle, but it was smooth. I caught you though. When I see you.
I told you we can see you. We can see you.
It was slick. I like what he did there. But it's not slick enough. When I see you, exactly. I catch you.
We do need to, like, Munoz has been cold as well since he's been in this league. For people to just go big on him, and it turns out Ivan Toney. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, the journalism point is a fair one. The international bit in there was definitely to throw us off the trail, I think.
I think as well. I think it's because it was such a random injury when Glasner came out and didn't play him against their last game, and he just said he's out. And then it came out like the day before that there's a player been arrested. So it just led to Glasner didn't help it with his just saying it was a
but bro, come on. How many managers come out and do they try and be coy, say someone's got injured, don't really reveal it? People definitely jumped from that.
No, I hear it.
He's the one who got arrested. It's like, we got to chill out, man. It's that chargy tax. Everyone's now super fucking conspiratorial about whoever's not being named, and they start digging already. Just chill out, sleuths, man.
They might need to start declaring if you're injured or not. Other sports actually do that, where you have to declare.
No, don't do your slot thing. Now, this is a slot thing again. This is the Liverpool thing to try and share the team news before the game. Shut up, bro. You're allowed to
I don't agree with him.
I'm on to you, bro.
Again, dude.
I'm on to you, brother.
There's accusations left, right, and centre today.
I'm on to you, bro.
Man.
I know we say a lot of unserious things, but a semi-serious thing is people need to stop rolling up on Ivan Toney and making jokes or comments about gambling. No, because if he's he might have just been trying to make bags. He might have just been trying to cheat the system or whatever. Who knows? If he was actually addicted to gambling, that's like man rolling up to a recovering alcoholic with a bottle of vodka and being like, "Hey, you want to sniff, mate?" Like, it's not nice, bro. Allow it. I'll probably punch a couple men in the face too. Allegedly, we don't know what Ivan did or didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
Is gambling illegal in Saudi?
If you're rich enough, everything's legal in Saudi. Allegedly.
Say it louder.
Say it louder.
Allegedly.
Bro, we're in dangerous territory now, guys. We're gonna have to start speeding this up, right? All right, we're in dangerous territory.
I've been there.
I know.
Great.
No, I know.
You loved it as well.
I trust you, bro.
Yeah, man. Would I go back?
Your favorite?
All right. All right.
Next question.
Come on, respect to the sheiks. All right, I've gone 2. You've gone 3-1, right? For Palace Man City Razor, yeah. All right, I've gone 2-1, and Nash has gone 3-1 as well to Man City. So pretty much everyone's gone Man City win except Reece, who's gone for a draw. All right, Forest Spurs. I have to say, you know what, guys? For once, I actually am leaning more towards agreeing with Khem. Why the fuck do we even talk about Spurs?
We said this when we started it. And
I know. My bad. Next season, Spurs are out of it, right? Unless suddenly we make, I don't know. Forest, all right, start with you, Io. Forest Spurs.
2-1 to Forest. 2-1 to Forest. I think they're on a good run of form. Somewhat. I think they are.
Man hasn't looked at the form table.
The last game. Didn't Jesus score in midweek or something? Jesus scored in
Yeah,
midweek for them, didn't he?
Might have been Europa. It might have been Europa.
Yeah, Europa. Yeah, I'm sure I saw something about that.
All right, Johnson's gone 1-1. Ken, what's your prediction on this one?
1-1, a goal each for Ange, mate.
Fair dues. Reese has gone 2-1 Spurs. Razor, what's your prediction on this one?
I have also gone 2-1 Spurs in the Ange derby.
His man's not even there. We're still getting name checks. All right, I've gone 2-1 Forest. Yeah, Spurs are shit, man. All right, we'll go to Nash. Nash has gone 2-1 Spurs. All right, so we've got a couple. We've got mixed results, so that's going to be a bit of a that's good.
having the same prediction as Nash is not good.
He had some game weeks though. A couple of game weeks ago, I
was gonna say earlier, we need to shout out Nash's comeback because that boy was languishing under 20 for a very long time. The fact he has come to 35. When you said 35, I literally wanted to start applauding it because that is he's coming. He's slowly getting there, man. Yeah, something's going on.
This is so condescending, but I love it. This is the man at the top just saying, "Well done." You've scrubbed together 5 pennies to buy a couple of penny sweets. Well done, mate. But no, Nash has made a mad comeback. He has. He's looking competitive now, so we've got to give him credit. Io, United Bournemouth Monday night. What's your prediction?
I was gonna make a comment, but I realized they're not getting to the AFCON. But I was gonna say Semenyo takes it, leaves Bournemouth like high, mate. So I've gone Bournemouth 2-1 win, but then I realized Ghana didn't make it through AFCON, so he'll still be here in a couple of weeks anyway. So unfortunately, but yeah, Bournemouth going to Old Trafford and win 2-1.
That is generational shit, hasn't
it? It is.
I literally was going to make a comment and I was like, oh yeah, he's going to fly after AFCON, and I realized Ghana didn't make it.
The World Cup, though.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh man. All right, you've gone 2-1 Bournemouth. Johnson's gone 2-1 United. Ken, what's your prediction on this one?
Congrats on having another game under the lights, because I know you don't get many. But 2-1 Bournemouth.
Nice try. Reese has gone 1-1. Razor, what's your prediction, bro?
2-2.
All right, nice draw. I've gone 2-1 United. Nash has gone 3-1 Bournemouth. Fair dude, man. Nash, it's just he's given up, hasn't he? But also, I will say it's not as much as we're really, really bad. Bournemouth have also come to Old Trafford and slapped us 3-0 in the last 2 seasons. So
exactly.
It's absolutely possible that they come and slap us again. But I'm just going to be on copium that I'm on right now. So I've gone United win. Nash is maybe being slightly more realistic. All right, we'll wrap up the pod here, guys. Hour 42 minutes, super long one, multiple crashes.
Because of 25 minutes from Khem.
Yeah.
God. Was it 25?
Tell us how you really feel.
When you combine them, the first one was 12 minutes. Then he had a little 5 minute here. Then he had another 5 minutes. So this might be MVP performance.
Ray knows about. You guys know about those piece to camera exactly. That is what Ken did. But he had 3 of us on the podcast with him. Imagine.
Yeah, this is the Khem episode. Enjoy. If you guys like watching hostile work environments, this was an episode that we were against our will listening to Liverpool Fraff. And on that beautiful note, we're going to end the pod here. Take care, guys. See you guys next week.